And we are alive.
Food Court, the movie podcast and Twitch stream where Sean
And John.
and Michael watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law. Let me get this out of the way before we start talking too much. We watched Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Now, this is part two. Australia
Ooh.
and also New Zealand. Hello. Thank you for listening.
Oh.
We're so happy to have you as listeners. Australia is a continent, right?
Yeah, it is a
And
continent.
New Zealand, despite not being a continent, is like a great country, and being a continent isn't necessarily better than being a country.
No one has ever said that.
Or worse.
Yeah, it's probably worse because think about it. You got a lot to think. That's a lot to cover. A lot of land.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, maintenance.
Yeah. You have to get out the vacuum.
Yeah.
And clean up an entire continent.
Awful.
More like, Michael, let me lay this on you.
Mm-hmm.
More like incontinent.
Yeah.
Got him. We watched Mortal Kombat 2021, not 1996 or whenever the last one was.
Yeah.
We watched this current Mortal Kombat, and it must be said.
Yes.
This was your first trip back to a movie theater post-vaccine, correct?
Yes, this was a wild experience. I was kind of like, all right, I'm vaccinated. I feel okay about it. It'll be fine. I'm not going to be up in anybody's face, and hopefully no one will be up in my face. Because
that was one of the bad parts, is that they're for some reason, the ushers, they removed their masks and they walked directly up to us and they said, "Do you guys need anything?"
Yeah, right into our face.
No, we don't need anything. We've never ever gotten table service at this movie theater before. Why are you
starting now? This is a bad time to start table
service. Time to do table service. No, actually what happened is even weirder than that, because we went to the 4DX theater, which, if you have never been, what it is essentially is the seats move and they spray water on you.
Yes.
And they shoot smoke. Sometimes way too much smoke.
Yeah, let's guess. What do you think is the worst thing that they do? The seats moving, the water spraying, or the smoke that covers the screen? What do you think? Which of those would you take away?
Honestly, a little bit of smoke. When they got the smoke just right, it's like stupid and fun.
Yeah.
But there were a couple times in the movie where they just blasted it.
Yeah, it was like
so much so that it like filled up the entire front of the auditorium.
Yeah.
And like in the end of Inglourious Bastards, when there's like the picture is projecting onto the smoke.
Yeah, it was like that.
This is exactly what happened to us in our 4DX theater, because it just was Mortal Kombat 2021 projecting onto a huge cloud of smoke.
Yeah, parts of it, patches of it, not all of it. And not shot at an artful angle where it still looks cool, just from our eyes.
Shot from the angle of our eyeballs themselves.
And that it did not ruin. There's no it's hard to ruin it. But the it just didn't work. Maybe if it came from beneath us or something, like crept in, like, ooh, okay,
sneaky smoke.
But
rather than like two enormous smoke machines directly in front of the screen.
And there were seats. Whoever would get those seats literally in front, like right in front of them is the smoke gun. So I was like, that would suck.
Yeah. I have been to probably 4 4DXs now.
Yeah.
And they're almost always worthless. But I keep, for some reason, every time I think like, maybe this is the one.
This is it.
I will tell you one, before we talk about Mortal Kombat, I will tell you one story of it working perfectly.
Okay.
I was at the end of recording some music.
Ooh.
For my last full-length record,
The Hag.
And I had finished a mix, and I was like, I don't want to listen to this for a few days. I'm gonna get the fuck out of the house so I don't like deal with it anymore and
Mhm.
twist tiny little
Yeah.
knobs to make minuscule changes. So I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of the house. And as I was walking out of the house, I was looking at my phone, like, what's playing right now? I want to see something. And my phone was like, hey, you know that movie, The Matrix, like one of your favorite movies ever?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's playing in the shaky seats.
Oh, shoot.
I was like,
Gotta go.
I'm gonna run. I gotta get there fast. So I flew there, and
Mhm.
it was awesome.
He flew there.
I did.
Like
Yes,
Neo.
yeah. It was like, yeah, you're about to see more of me. And I flew to the movie theater. And I
Mhm.
said, "Hey, one ticket for The Matrix, please." And that experience was glorious.
Oh yeah, I bet. I mean, was it as cuz this one was maybe a little too overactive, like every movement was like, "Oh, seat better move." How was
Yes.
how was the Matrix?
It was kind of similar,
Uh-huh.
I guess. There were some movements, but it seemed like they were just better matched or
Yeah.
something. Because, like, when they do the big, like, twisty-turny around Trinity at first, the seats go twisty-turny.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And stuff like that where, like, they were matched or something.
Yeah.
But with Mortal Kombat, it seems like sometimes they were just moving it in scenes when nothing was moving.
Nothing was.
There was no need for movement.
Yeah, my least favorite of the moves. This is a an early low main. The appetizer, a bad appetizer, came out. There was a part where he's driving. Well, the main guy's driving a truck, and he just like pulls up, stops the car, and the seats went like. And then he reverses, and then I was like, okay, this is too much.
You mean new character to the Mortal Kombat universe, Cole Young?
Cole Young, yes.
Cole Young. Okay, this is the plot of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, we need to get into the plot.
One, there's this new guy. His name is Cole Young.
Yes.
And, wait, actually, before that, -1. There is a samurai man, and his family gets frozen by Bihan, who eventually will be Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
And this samurai man actually will eventually be Scorpion. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene kind of takes a while, and Raiden's there at some point.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. And then, fast forward to now, and Cole Young is the long lost descendant of the samurai man, who turns out to be Scorpion, who is Hanzo Hasashi.
Hanzo, yes.
And he is a shitty pit fighter. He does like shitty MMA fights.
Shitty
that
pity.
He gets paid no money to do. But because he is the long lost descendant of Hanzo Hasashi, he's got his little Mortal Kombat birthmark, and Sub-Zero's coming to get him because Shang Tsung has a plan.
Yeah, he does.
That is totally outside the realm of the tournament.
Yeah,
it is cheating.
It is cheating.
And even for a evildoer like Shang Tsung, he usually abides to the tournament.
Yeah,
but in this, he's decided, I'm gonna send out my greatest killers. And before the tournament even begins, we're going to kill all the people.
Yeah.
And then we'll win the tournament. Which I don't think... I mean, I guess it's technically you lose if you're
dead. Yeah.
You can't send anyone.
I guess.
But for some reason, that is the story.
For some reason.
Yeah. Instead of a wonderful tournament that we love... We get to see different people's strengths against different people's strengths, see how they match up.
Nope.
One fatal flaw of this Mortal Kombat movie, and maybe all Mortal Kombat movies, is that characters have to die at the end of every match.
Yeah.
And then the characters are gone forever.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't get
so you lose. Like Sub-Zero, they're going to find a way to bring him back to life for the next one because we saw him dissolve into smoke and somehow he'll be a undead Sub-Zero man.
Yeah.
But technically he died and was defeated and he should not be in the next movie.
Yeah, technically. There's a lot of technical stuff.
Yes, he'll be back, but technically he shouldn't
He
be
should
back.
be. I
So
mean,
this is what happens.
yeah.
Everybody fights, and that's the end, pretty much. I mean, they fight until they defeat the people who are bad, and most of the people who are good live. A few die.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's the whole movie.
I'll tell you my hero. We're gonna say negative things about this. I would strongly guess.
Before we get to that,
Oh,
I need to bring
hang on
up
me, Michael.
that Chad Ryden said,
The Chad Ryden,
yes, the
friend of the show.
the Shang Tsung of the Kill Donkeys is, but in a good way.
He's the Raiden of the.
He's
Kill
the
Donkeys.
Raiden. There we go, the Raiden. I was like, who's that guy?
He's the Luke. Wait, no, he's
the
the
Luke. The
Shang. No, wait. Who's
Kung
the other
Lao.
one? Kung Lao. He's the Kung Lao.
He's the Kung Lao. He said that he does not like distractive vision, which I agree. It was very distracting.
Mhm.
And I talked to my friend Becca on my other podcast about it, actually, and she was like, "Yeah, that seems to like totally defeat the purpose of a movie, where you're like trying to like escape into it, but then you like are constantly aware that your body's like
Yeah.
being." I was like, "That's kind of."
I think if it's done, if they like thought it out
yeah,
and tried harder, it would be fun.
Fun,
Because
yeah.
like there's some things that are genuinely fun, where like there's stupid shit where like Scorpion is throwing a blade and it goes past the guy's face on the screen, and in your ear there's like a little thing that blows
Yeah,
past your ear,
that's
and you go,
fun.
"Whoa!"
Ooh,
That thing is like, I'm in the
Tingly.
mood. I'm Sub-Zero now.
yeah,
Hey, look at me, Mom. I'm Sub-Zero. But in general, it's kind of trash. Just sit in a
Yeah.
regular seat.
or like if you could have it be all the effects outside of the smoke and the chair flying around, I think,
Oh yeah,
or and being beat up by the massage.
I like the beat up massage chair. What I really wish is that each seat had its own like bass rumble seat.
Ooh, yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts about like going to the IMAX
Mm-hmm.
is that there is insane bass. So like when crazy shit happens,
Yeah.
you're like,
shaky,
you
shaky.
are shaken apart. Euros. May I?
Oh yes, and Kill Donkeys. If you have euros for this movies, let us know.
Please let us know. Let me lay one on you as to
Please.
wet your whistle.
Wet my
Wet
whistle,
your
please.
whistle?
Soak
Let's get
it.
your whistle. Let's get your whistle soaking wet.
Yes.
I'm
Finally.
gonna make your whistle dripping wet.
Drip, drip.
This is the best part, and I actually usually will accept other answers, but this time I will not
I
accept
will not.
other answers to supersede this.
Yes.
You can say that things that are your hero that I will accept as maybe second or third best, but this is definedly is that a word? The very best part.
Okay.
Kung Lao
Mm.
is in the practice pit in the sand, and a Batwoman is floating around, sneaking. I don't know how a bat lady can sneak around, but she's sneaking around, hiding behind different statues and stuff. And Kung Lao uses his powerful aura vision, some kind of kung fu
Yes.
hearing.
Oh, what
And
is
he
it
just kinda-
called? Arcana.
Oh yes,
Is that it?
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
Arcana. Is it Arcana?
Arcana.
Text Arcana.
Oh, yeah, something.
It's something, and he hears her flying down to grab him. He does some kind of weird backflip shit, and he rides on her back, and then he summons his magical hat,
Yes.
and it begins to spin like a table saw, and he rides the Batwoman down into the sand and cuts her head and body in half.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then they do this a bunch of times, but it's one of the few times when it really works. He says, "Flawless victory."
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah!
Exactly.
It was a flawless victory, because most of the times they do it is like, this was silly, and I
Yeah.
like it because it's stupid.
It's dumb.
But like the murder at least is like a good murder.
Yeah.
And you were like, yes, that's a great murder. He said
Yeah.
flawless victory. It absolutely was flawless.
Ugh.
That's awesome.
I have to agree with you. It was definitely because I left the movie. I'm used to watching movies at home now and
Yeah.
just writing down notes.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I was like, okay, I gotta write it down, and that scene definitely flew in. And
Was that your number one too?
yes, it flew in. I jumped on top of it and wrote it. I wrote this idea into my hat that was like a saw, split the
Yeah.
idea in half, jumped
Mhm.
off, and said, flawless victory.
Let me
So,
ask you this, Michael.
uh huh.
Are you saying that we share for maybe for the very first time ever
Mm,
a euro for this film?
I think so, which is unfortunate because I would like my own gyro because they're really good. I'd like to just eat
Hey,
a whole gyro, but that's okay.
I'm dieting. You can have my entire
Oh,
euro,
thanks.
and I'll just starve.
Yeah, great. That works.
Doesn't that sound good?
I'm
But
down for that.
we have other euros. I have a ton of euros
Oh,
before we get
yeah.
to the negative parts.
But we've got to go to the kill donkeys because they are sounding off like freaks of nature.
Kill donkeys. Ah, tell us your
Yeah.
euros.
Well, we
That sounds like a kung fu donkey.
yeah.
Like, eeyaw,
Yeah, time to
eeyaw.
fight. Yeah. That would fit perfect in this. I mean, they got a reptile. Why not have a
Kung fu donkey.
Eddie Murphy is Kung Fu Donkey? That would be pretty cool. What the
Uh,
hell y'all doing?
Good donkey, what are you doing out there? Tie. I'm a big old. What does Kill Donkey have to say?
So stupid. I was just thinking like flawless victory, and in the morning I'm making waffles. So stupid.
I'm married to a dragon.
I'm married to it.
How the hell? I had sex.
With a
I
dragon.
guess my donkey penis is big enough to fit inside of a dragon vagina, and I
Yeah.
made babies inside of her body.
Or her dragon vagina is small
Maybe
enough.
she's tiny,
Who
yeah.
knows? But okay, hold on. This is interesting. Shang Tsung is married to a winged monster
Oh,
woman.
that's his wife?
I think so. Wasn't there a scene where they're like, "And here's your new wife"? Did that not
Oh,
happen?
I didn't know it was new wife. I thought he was just like, ooh, I love this bat lady. She's got something special. I thought he was just horny
Oh,
for her, but
okay.
I didn't know they were married.
I thought they were like, "Here you go." I didn't know what was going on.
Maybe. I assumed that because he was horny for her that they could not be married.
Yeah, because that's
Because
really
that has to end.
that can't be. Anyways,
Not be.
that is similar to Donkey having a dragon wife. Whatever.
Yes. You're right.
Okay. Gary off the grid agrees with us. The buzzsaw hat scene where the person got sliced down the middle. So that's 3 people who like that
3.
scene. I'm sure John liked it too. And then Chad said he liked when Kano ripped the heart out of the T-Rex or whatever, which is
Yes.
reptile.
Yes.
And
T-Rex.
that was a good part too.
That is a good part too.
Mhm.
And we won't get into too much Kano right now because he will mainly fall inside of our low mains. But he genuinely does have that good part,
Mhm.
and also one other really great part.
Yes.
Liu Kang is first introduced, and Liu Kang's introduction. Liu Kang has most of the good moments in this movie.
Yeah, I
even though
agree.
he's not that big of a character.
Which is weird.
Notice we haven't hardly mentioned the main character at all, which is a bad sign.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Young he's the new guy in
Yes.
town, and he has to have an origin story. And
I guess.
we'll talk about that later, down in the low mates. But Liu Kang's intro kicks ass.
Yeah.
He's in front of this beautiful sunset.
Mhm.
I don't know if it looks like it's like they actually had him in a
I
place
think so.
in front of a real thing,
Kudos.
and it looks great.
Yeah.
He's like a cool silhouette in front of this beautiful, wavy, hot sunset,
Ooh.
and he comes up, and he's acting all spiritual as he does, talking in riddles, and he walks up to Kano, and he touches him on the arm, and Kano says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Really,
It's really
one of the best parts is him just going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Is
That delivery was great. I was like,
Yes.
okay, now that is good.
yes, Kano has some low points.
Yes.
I guess I'll dip into briefly. He feels like they went, well, we need a Deadpool for every movie now.
Yeah.
So Kano's the Deadpool in this movie.
That's, yeah.
And he has to mention, like, I don't know, 7 to 10-year-old pop culture references.
I guess, yeah.
How long ago did they write this script?
Exactly. I mean, that's like the first Deadpool. He was like making jokes about Rosie O'Donnell. You're like, what? When was this written? It's like super weird.
What do you mean, Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, who?
I mean, I remember who that is, but that's because I'm old.
Yeah, that's great.
I remember her from when I was a child.
Yeah.
What is this reference?
Yeah.
And Kano's making Harry Potter
It's
references.
I guess they're like,
what?
oh, he's Scottish. He would joke about Harry Potter. It's just like weird jumps.
Scottish people love Harry Potter, and they always make jokes about it. Okay, do you have more Euros for me, Michael?
I'll just say overall, just the fatalities. I really enjoyed.
Yes.
Like anytime that stuff happened, I was like, okay, they're fully leaning in that this is a video game movie. They're having fun. That's why anyone would see this. No one cares about, I'm a fighter that blah blah. No one, just stop.
No.
We don't care.
No. I totally agree. And I think the moments where this movie is at its best are the moments when it just embraces the fact that it's a dumb movie.
Yeah.
And there's some moments when they get close and pull back, and those aren't right.
Yeah.
But the moments when they're like, I'm going to cut a lady in half with a hat, or what Liu Kang does his big fire dragon and kills somebody.
Sabak, is that his name?
Yes.
Sabak. Maybe.
Something like
that. Yeah, sounds
Habal.
like Habal, okay.
And
where's Sabak? I don't even
the big
know.
fire dragon comes and eats him, and he goes, ah! And he yells, and it rips him apart.
It's pretty good.
That's great.
I love it.
And honestly, I mean, I don't know if you can do this where people are still heroes, but if Liu Kang and everybody else had just kind of been randomly killing people, just so we get a few more fatalities,
randomly,
that'd be. I mean, they don't have to be random people, but like some low level. If they had added like Ninja Turtle style foot soldiers, where there's just like some nameless, faceless people to get killed,
I think. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that would have made way more sense, especially since it's outside of the tournament. It's like, okay, then everyone should just be like trying to kill them.
Yeah, just send a bunch of people. Liu Kang can
burn them all.
Burn them all. I don't know what other. Yeah,
that's another. Liu Kang definitely is a hero for me. I thought he was great. He really should have been the main character, but whatever.
The actor's great.
Yeah,
his whole like, I'm a kung fu master, and his story is more interesting too. Like he tells a little story for like 30 seconds about how he was like a little urchin, a little kid on the street, and Kung Lao's family took him in, and they taught him how to be a kung fu master, and now he can do fire tricks. Like that little bit
is more interesting.
So much more interesting than stupid Cole and his stupid family, and how he's the great grandson of
great.
Yeah,
but I liked him, and I loved. It was another video game fan service moment when he did his like infinite kick, where he just. I was like, oh, that's great. That's awesome.
I watched this with Gary of Gary Off the Grid. We watched it together outside of the theater because I wanted to give it another chance. And maybe get it into my head a little more.
Exactly.
I was hoping I would remember some of it.
Yeah.
But as we were talking about it, like the main thing we both wished is that it would lean into the things. Like when he does the kicks, he should do the he does like a cool in the game. He does like a
exactly
kind of thing. Have him do that.
Yeah, just do it.
And there's like other bits where they show the two fighters from the side. But it's like quick. It's too fast.
Yeah.
Like, give me a moment of them, like, both kind of...
that would be great.
In their standing stances, like, both sizing each other up. Even play the first few minutes of the fight in the side scroll fighting style.
That would be awesome.
Just go all in for me.
That's how I feel.
Where's the spike pit?
Yes, please.
Gary was wishing for a vat of acid and for a little skeleton to come up. all that shit is stuff that we want.
I'm with
Let me see.
Gary
Is
on
there
that.
other positive things that I want to say before we go negative?
Chad is agreeing that the fire dragon fatality was great. I
Get
I
excited.
did really like that. Gary
you.
liked the line, "He's about to get his soul sucked," which is pretty funny.
Yes!
He's about to get his soul
Yes,
sucked.
Cabal is like the evil version of Kano, but then Kano, spoiler alert,
Is the
switches
evil
sides, and
version
They're
of
they're both
Kano.
evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked it.
Cabal's like, yeah, he's about to get his soul sucked.
Cabal sounded like a plumber or something. It was like really funny to me. Hey guys. Hey,
Hey, how you doing? You want to get some pizza before we do a fatality?
Yeah, and I got really confused. I thought I don't even remember what it's called. The Dark Realm. What is it? The other Outworld or something weird like that. I don't remember.
Yes.
I'm not I don't know.
Nether Realm?
Nether Realm.
No, that's not right.
Outworld? Is it Outworld?
I think that's a different
Outworld. I don't know. But I was confused. Like I thought they
like
were just
tears in the rain.
Yeah, like tears in the rain. I thought they were like other beings. Like it's weird that it's just like, no, that's just a human who got messed
got
up.
a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
He's got a
wait,
special
what?
hat.
I don't get
Well, also, I mean,
it.
I think they are. I think Shang Tsung is from Nether Evil World.
Evil. Okay. So
But Sub-Zero isn't, right?
No, yeah.
He just has powers.
It's really confusing.
He's just from China.
Yeah, he's just from China.
I think the implication is that like people from China and Japan just have powers
naturally, yeah.
And then also, if you have a special iron lung hat, you can have powers.
Yeah. Or
and then there's this guy with a helmet.
if you kill someone from China or Japan, you can get
Yes.
their power.
Yes.
So let that be a lesson to everyone.
Yeah.
It should be no.
Well, if they have the symbol.
Yes.
If they don't have the Mortal Kombat
They're
symbol, then you're
worthless.
just doing a hate crime, and that's bad.
Yeah, don't.
Actually, even if they do have the Mortal Kombat
Don't
symbol,
kill.
it's not very nice. But
and Chad knew, he said Outer Realm, which I think is
Outer Realm.
It sounds better than Outrealm.
Actually, I like Outrealm better.
Outrealm.
It sounds more like sci-fi than like Mortal Kombat thing.
That's true.
I come from Outrealm.
Outrealm. I come from Outrealm.
I have taken the wormhole to Outrealm.
Take the wormhole.
No, that sounds more like maybe like Lord of the Rings stuff or something.
Outrealm.
I come from Outrealm.
I am. Hi. Hi, how old are you?
I am Hat Man. I wear a big hat and I have a great big beard.
Fatality.
Fatality. Who said fatality?
Oh, someone. Oh, who was it? I don't remember.
Was it Liu Kang?
Oh, it was Liu Kang. Yeah, he did the fire thing and he went fatality.
He said fatality.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Okay. Let's drop some negativity.
Oh, yeah.
On
Let's
it.
shift.
Let's shift gears into negativity.
Negativity.
Michael,
Yeah.
drop some negativity on me, please.
Woo. Okay. I got a few things.
Hey, if you got a few, I want to hear them.
I gotta say, we've already touched on this, but the lead character is so uninteresting.
Yes.
I have no clue why. Maybe they were like, we gotta be different from the old movies. It's like, no, you need to you need to make Liu Kang the main character. Make me interested in the slightest. Even if he just told that story and we didn't get anything else about him, that'd be way better. But yeah,
fine.
I just did not get it. I was like, why did you choose this route? And also, I just don't like that every movie is like, oh, we're setting up for the sequels. It's like, no, you're making a Mortal Kombat movie. Make it about the tournament. Like that made me. I was like, this is stupid. I don't know.
And Raiden's like, next time we will have to have the tournament that we described in this
movie. Yeah.
We said we would do it this time, but we will, for really real,
Do it.
Get Johnny Cage in the movie, and we will do it next time.
Or like I thought the movie was gonna do the whole like, oh, they're trying to break the rules, but they still get to the tournament. Like,
yes.
But then it was like, nope, we just kept breaking the rules. It just didn't make
just
any
forever
sense.
broke the rules until we lost.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I just didn't. And like, I just didn't get it. That didn't work for me.
No.
There's a lot of stuff that, yeah.
he's definitely one of the big Lomans. The thing that is, the many things that are bad about Cole Young, which are actually not entirely his fault.
No, yeah.
Like, he's like a handsome dude. He's not
I'm
a
sure
great
he's-
actor
No.
or particularly interesting, but also maybe he doesn't have anything interesting to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, his character is just a guy, and that's it. Like, he doesn't have anything.
It's just a
He
guy.
just doesn't want his family to be hurt.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But he doesn't. He sort of protects them. He protects them
Yeah.
from Goro, the four-armed monster man. And that's when he gets his Okana. But his Okana is like, he's got some armor.
Yeah.
And he's got two sword arm
Things.
nightstick things.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think it might just be a Hollywood nihilism or something where they're just like, we need a new character. No one will be able to care about those old characters. We need this brand new character.
Yeah.
Who's by far the least interesting of all the characters.
Yeah, it was.
Like, if somehow Cabal had been the main character, it would have been a much better movie. If any other character in the movie had been the main character,
it would have been
a
better. Exactly. Well, it was just weird that like they were like, well, we gotta tie in Scorpion's story so that he can. It's like, no, just have Scorpion come back anyways. If he's coming back from hell, who gives a shit? Just have him come back. Like, it's so dumb.
Why? Okay, so the opening is a lot of Scorpion's story. He's a samurai in old Japan sometime a long time ago, and Sub-Zero comes to kill him, and just have him be the hero. I mean,
yeah,
if you're gonna do this big prologue of Scorpion, have Scorpion be the hero.
Yeah, sure.
If not, cut out that stupid prologue and save Scorpion for another movie as like a cool character to come in at some point.
Yeah.
Like, if the whole point is to save characters, well, have Liu Kang be the hero.
Please.
Because he's the coolest. Get rid of Cole.
Don't need him.
Then Scorpion can be like they can do the Scorpion bit, but in the next one.
Yeah.
And he's the hero the whole time.
Exactly.
He comes back from hell at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's there fighting the whole time, and you're like, oh, yeah, I love Scorpion. I'm so glad he's here.
Thank goodness.
Rather than just the way they do it, which is my low main. At the end, they're fighting Scorpion in this cold place, and Cole is fighting him.
Or Sub-Zero, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry. They're fighting Sub-Zero. Cole is fighting Sub-Zero, and then Scorpion shows up from hell.
Yeah. Hey.
Somehow.
What's up? Hello.
He's like, you told me to go to hell. Well, I did, and I liked it.
And I loved it.
It was fun, and hey, when I was down in hell, I stole the keys to hell, and I said, Satan, give me them keys.
I said to hell with this place.
I said, fuck this fire, baby, I'm bad. And he harnessed the fires of hell, and he came back. He came back to Earth. The pipeline from hell to Earth is kind of weird.
It's wild.
It kind of works like the Doctor Strange minuscule mountain of madness land where you can go back and forth through time or something.
The
guess?
multiverse channel.
Yes, he's in the
tunnel.
multiverse. Scorpion was in the multiverse of madness.
Oh, and also after being in hell that long, he's Scorpion now.
Yes.
Better get it right.
Now he's called Scorpion.
It doesn't really make any sense.
He had when you're in hell, hanging out for, I think, centuries?
Yeah, it seems like.
You've been burning in hell for centuries. So long that you're fine with hell.
Yeah.
And you get a new outfit that's very similar to your enemy outfit.
Yeah, it's the same.
For some fucking reason. And once you do that,
then
at some point, you go, I need a new nickname.
Yeah, that's what I need.
You know what? When I get to America, they're gonna be like, Hasash. All right, run that by me one more time. Hanzo Husash.
Huzo?
I can't do. Can I just call you Scorpion?
Yeah, can I just go?
You look like a scorpion man. To
What's
me.
something you like to do? I like to throw a knife with attached to a chain. Oh, like a scorpion.
Just like a scorpion does. Yes. Oh, you stung me with a long rope, just like a scorpion does.
Just like a scorpion. Which this is a great time for our new segment, Food Break Talk. Ding dong.
Are we
ding.
doing a food break in the middle?
I just made it up.
This is exciting.
Get over here, food, because we got it's so stupid. You just said rope, and I instantly thought of Nerds Rope, and I haven't had it since the pandemic started, probably. So I need to get that inside of me immediately. What food are you gonna get inside you?
Michael,
Uh-huh.
this is actually nerds related. My phone.
Ooh.
I daily dabble in the Circle K.
Yes.
$10,000 drawing.
I forgot
Every
about
day,
that.
Every day I hit the button
I
and
need to
pray
do
for
it.
$10,000. I never win, but I keep hoping.
Keep on.
And like once every 3 weeks, they show me an ad for nerd clusters.
Whoa. Nerd clusters?
And I think I need to go to Circle K because I have been to other stores and they do not have them.
That's great.
So I don't know if it is a Circle K exclusive or something.
Yeah.
But I want these nerd clusters.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what they are because it's a tiny picture on my phone.
Interesting.
But I'm picturing it as like almost like a nerd rope, except it's like a little gooey center and then a bunch of nerds all around it.
I feel like that would work great. Because the gooey, it's so interesting. Nerds rope is weird. I don't get, like, I'm not a huge just nerds person, and I'm not a huge just gooey rope person.
Really?
But if you put them
don't
together,
like gooey rope?
no, no, for some reason it just doesn't do it for me. But you put them together, I'm there for it. I'm like, wow, this is tasty, crunchy, sweet.
Sometimes, Michael, as much as I do love the nerd rope, and you know I love it,
I know you do.
Unabashedly. Sometimes I wish. We also are big fans of the sweet tart rope.
Ugh, no.
As like you aren't a fan.
I found out I'm not.
Oh, you're not a fan.
I tasted it for the first time because John gifted it.
It's really tangy.
I threw it away.
Is it the texture or the tang that you don't like?
I didn't like any part of it.
Oh, wow.
It was just weird. I was like, this isn't my.
You should have given it to me, man.
I know.
Next time he gives you some,
I'll just give it
to
to you. I also threw away the Pockies he gave me.
You threw away the Pockies?
It tasted awful.
Really?
I don't like banana flavored stuff, so.
You threw away
that was just
every
a bad.
gift
Yeah, it was just not a good idea. I mean, thanks, but.
Thanks, but also postscript.
Hey,
no thanks.
I can't be spending carbs and sweets like that. I gotta be careful.
I totally agree. If you're gonna have a sweet treat or something good,
better be.
You gotta make sure it's great.
Yeah.
But
But
sometimes I wish, like the sweet tart rope, there was some kind of outer covering. There was like a middle goo strip.
Ooh, I love it.
And then nerds, and something to protect the nerds, an outer layer.
That's great.
Of maybe like sweet rice paper or something.
Yeah, something.
Something to hold them in, like wrapped up like a joint or something that you can eat.
Rolling up them nerds rope.
Yes, a nerd joint.
Ooh, that would be great.
People would buy that instantly.
And
if you're listening, Mr. Eminem Mars or Mr.
Nerds.
Mr. Nerd.
Mr. Nerds.
If you're listening, if you're listening, please wrap something around it so we don't lose all the nerds.
Yes, and Chad Ryden has a great idea. Fruit roll-up wrapper. I think we have solved it. That thin, delicious, fruity skin, I dare say. Put some skin
like
on that rope.
A fruit leather around. Yeah.
You put leather around ropes. I've seen it. I've heard of that. I think
I've done that.
I've done that.
To make it stronger.
Oh yeah. Well,
and bigger, stronger, faster.
If it's fat and roper, I dare I say,
Mr. Roper.
Mr. Roper. But that was our food break. And speaking of nerd clusters, I bet there were some nerd clusters at this premiere, if you know what I'm saying, for Mortal Kombat. They're probably the nerds are probably clustered up.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Anyways, I was trying to segue us back, but I'm not very good at segues.
No, you did a great job.
Thanks.
Actually, it was an impeccable job.
Impeccable.
Perfect in every way.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so these are negative things. I have more. One, there was not one toasty. On the old game, if you gave someone a big uppercut, there was a little guy who came up and he went, toasty!
Yes.
Just give a shit like that.
Just do, exactly.
We're here because we saw that trailer.
Yeah.
We saw the trailer where a guy yells, "Get over here," which is a line from the game.
We are not here to see Sonya Blade go, Jax, remember how you taught me to be a strong soldier? No one gives a shit.
No. Oh, okay. This is another moment when I wish they had just gone all in. Kano and Sonya are fighting. Sonya does not have any powers yet, so Kano's just firing off his laser. And they do a fight that is a little bit like the fight in Kill Bill where they're fighting in the trailer. And at one moment in that, they play little bits of the old Mortal Kombat theme. There's like a little bit of a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And one, this is the wrong time to do it.
Yeah,
this is not that exciting of a fight. It's not between the main characters.
Nope.
Save it.
Exactly.
And two, if you're gonna do it, fucking do it. Do it all the way.
Ugh.
When Sub-Zero and Scorpion are fighting,
Play
hit the theme.
The music. Oh my god.
Play the fucking music.
You hit my ultimate low main right on the head, Sean. That ticked me off so much. Okay, if I'm remembering the old one correctly, which I want to revisit, because as a kid I loved the old. Like I was like, this movie is so good. I'm sure now it's so hard.
It's kind of dumb, but it's fun.
But I feel like they were probably more on track with the game than this felt. This felt really like a really weird. It's like with Godzilla, like these weird choices about characters and stuff. It's like just make a Godzilla movie. Like anyway, whatever.
Yes.
But yeah. In the old one, I'm pretty sure Liu Kang is about to fight Shang Tsung, and then they do the Mortal Kombat music, and you're like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Yes. And there's never that moment. You're like, "What?"
You're like, "Yeah,
Mortal Kombat!" Yeah, it's like, "Hell yeah, this is it!"
Yeah,
but nope.
There are other moments where they get that.
Yeah,
like the when Kung Lao does the buzzsaw thing, and he says "flawless victory." We were in a crowd full of people.
Everyone's like,
people were like, "Yeah!" Like people went, "Yeah!"
Exactly.
Audibly went, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
Out loud,
which is fun.
I like put my arms in the air.
Yeah.
And went, yeah.
Yeah.
I just said out loud, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
And they could have easily done that just over and over again.
That would have been awesome.
This movie, and in general, I don't want fan service.
Not at all, yeah.
But if you're going to make a Mortal Kombat movie,
it's gonna
have to be, unless you put it in the hands of like Gareth Evans, who did the Raid movies, or like unless you put it in the hands of like someone who is a seasoned action director who is powerful.
It is
like
powerful.
If you put it in the hands of a director who has skill, like not that there's no skill in this movie, but like a person who knows how to do action, and they just make a really good action movie, then you probably don't need as much fan service.
It is shocking how many action movies have not very interesting action. Like I can't name a single Marvel movie where the action's good. You're like, what? This is the whole point, is that it's supposed to be an action. But
almost every movie is an action movie now.
Yeah.
And rarely is the action good.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Almost never good.
It makes
I think probably because it's just almost impossible to make a good action movie. It's just like really hard, so almost no one should do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just make like a silly comedy.
Yeah.
Those are a lot easier to shoot. Like it's harder to make a funny comedy, but it's a lot easier to shoot a funny comedy because you just like have a 2-shot and Will Ferrell and some other fat guy do stuff, and you go, "This is funny. I like this."
That's all you.
But if you do an action movie, you have to have 2 really good-looking guys. They have to be really ripped.
Yeah.
And they have to plan a lot of things to do.
Yeah. And you can't just rely on, oh well, this guy's gonna throw a magic ball and it's like, well, that's not interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's been huge for me in movies. It's like, because I was expecting this movie to have like really good action. I was like, okay, this is all about fighting, and there was
Yeah.
some okay stuff, but nothing like really like where I was like, oh yeah. But I don't know,
Yeah.
except those like
It's
key parts where it's like,
yes.
whoa,
There was like some of the fighting was fine.
yeah,
But I just wished, I mean, really the parts where it shined
mm-hmm.
were the parts that were just bloody.
Yeah.
Like if this had been if they had gone all the way in any of the directions they were going, it might have been better. Like if it had gone all the way to fan service, it would have been better. If it had gone all the way into like horror,
Yeah, that'd been cool.
or something, because like at the beginning, old Hanzo Hasashi is doing crazy murders.
Yeah.
He just
It's
murders a
wild.
bunch of people, and people are getting spikes in the head. He's stabbing people in the chest. He's cutting people apart. He puts a knife into the top of somebody's head, and then blood boils out of their heads or something. That stuff's fun.
That stuff's great.
But then it kind of tails off for a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Jax gets his arms
blown
frozen off,
yeah,
pretty good.
And then like I thought his face was gonna be jacked up because when he falls, he like hits like bars and you're like shit.
Yes.
I thought they were just gonna fully just have him be dead and not even bring his arms back. But
we haven't mentioned Jax, who is not bad.
No, he was fine in it.
I like Jax. I think
I can't really say I liked anybody all that. I like the guy who plays Scorpion, but
yes,
he's fine, I guess.
Remember his name.
It's hard to know. And
Hiroyuki Sanada is his name.
Do you think they used his voice for Get Over Here, or was that like the old Get? It didn't sound like.
I don't know. It didn't sound like him.
Mm-mm.
It's weird because there are plenty of people that could be fine in this.
Yeah.
Like Tadanobu Asano, who plays Raiden.
Yeah.
I've seen him in other movies. I mean, he's in Silence.
Yeah.
He's in Ichi the Killer. He's really good in that. But he's just like kind of nothing in this.
Yeah, Raiden's a weird character. You brought it up, I think, afterwards. That may be built into the storyline that he can't intervene, but it doesn't make any, especially since you play him in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, and then it's just boring. It's like, okay, so you just sit around. It just makes no sense.
Yes, it's very weird to have a character who is all powerful and really badass, and then they just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I wish I could help.
I wish.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, what's gonna happen?
Shang Tsung's in there like throwing stuff, pulling out people's souls.
Yeah.
And Raiden's like, it just wouldn't be fair for me to come in here and Shang Tsung, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
If this is supposed to be fair.
Yeah.
Mr. Sung, excuse me, Mr. Sung, you're not allowed to pull people's souls out.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's within the realms of the competition.
But you just did. Okay, I guess it's fine.
Well, I'm sorry. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, it was so
You're
weird.
Raiden.
Shoot him. Yeah.
Lightning at him.
There was no excuse for Raiden not to just be everywhere at any point.
And be badass.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's weird because he also gets almost nothing to do.
Yeah. Everybody.
He doesn't have any sage wisdom, really.
Nope.
He doesn't have any cool, like, Zen sayings.
Yeah, he's just kind of mean.
He doesn't do any cool shit. Like, he kind of shows up on lightning and then he disappears on lightning. And that's kind of fine. But you would hope that at least once he would just go...
Yeah.
Blow somebody up.
It also really undermines the coolness of, like, the Raiden magic that Kano can just blow it up. Like, it's just like, okay, I guess it's not that interesting. I don't know. It's just weird. There's some stuff. I don't know.
All Kano stuff, almost all Kano stuff, sadly, was bad.
Yeah, he really bummed me. It was just too much. I mean, every movie, we've kind of brought this up, but like, yeah, they just always are like, well, someone's got to be making jokes constantly. It's like, no, just don't.
He's gonna be doing quips.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some comedians from L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know some comedians from L.A. Yeah, sometimes they go to the open mics in L.A. and we're gonna get
yeah, they'll write stuff.
We're gonna get I don't know if you've heard this guy. He's a pretty underground guy. His name's Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
And we're gonna punch it up with some references to movies from 15 to 17 years
Yeah,
ago.
that'll help.
From just a really, really just dead
Yeah,
jokes.
but add an accent, and
Yes.
then it will really shine.
Yes.
I just
What accent is he? Australian?
I thought he was either that or Scottish. I don't.
Is he
fucking-
Scottish?
I have
It's
no
hard
clue.
to tell.
I couldn't tell.
I'm sorry to offend the Scottish viewers.
Yeah, if
he
he-
is in
Which,
fact Australian, and I'm sorry to offend the Australian viewers if he is in fact
but
Scottish.
that if you are offended, that is a deeper issue. That you are offended that someone's calling you another group of people. So you might want to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Just a different kind of white
Yeah.
guy. It's
It's all the same.
it's all just a white guy. It's not that. I mean, we're all bad.
Yeah, we're all bad. I
Evil.
yeah, we're all. But
All whites are evil.
I mean, you said it. The what my question is. So
Mhm.
Sonya Blade,
Yes,
interesting
with the
last
Z
name.
blades.
Blades.
Yes.
She doesn't have a dragon mark.
No,
She
she has to kill Kanan.
Kills
yeah.
Kano, gets his, but then she instantly appears and kills Melina.
Yes.
So does she get another one? Does she get two?
Oh, did she double up? That's another thing. Is like she has laser powers and
Yeah.
she uses them for less than 1 second.
Yeah.
You see her laser powers? She shoots through a woman,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And also, just immediately, everyone else had to like train to get it or like figure it out. But
That's the thing. It's like, I mean, I think that's kind of one of the good things about it
true.
is that she is like the whole time better than everyone.
Yeah, that is true.
But she's not ready. She doesn't have the little tattoo or
Yeah,
the little
that's
birthmark,
funny.
so she can't be a part of the
She
tournament.
can't be in it.
She's still out at dinner. They let her sit at dinner.
Yeah.
But she can't be a part of the tournament. So when she gets the thing, she's like, all in. I've already got
Yeah,
my
I
Okana.
know
I'm
it.
ready to shoot
Yeah.
arm lasers at you instantly.
Yeah. Which great, good for her.
Yes.
I was glad.
She is technically a queen.
Yeah, she is.
I think technically she's a queen.
I thought I mean, I don't think anybody did particularly great performance-wise, but
No.
she definitely wasn't on my top.
No. She wasn't even on she wasn't even on the top of my not that great performances.
Yeah.
Who is the top of your not that is Liu
Ooh.
Kang's the only good one, right?
He's the only good one, I think.
Liu Kang, Kung Lao's pretty good,
Kung Lao-
but
yeah.
mostly the
He's
hat sells most of his performance.
yeah, he's very hokey, which makes sense. He seems like a hokey character.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
Liu Kang is like this guy's a pretty
he's
good actor.
Great. I'm putting.
He's ripped.
Yeah, he's
Like when he
shredded.
takes his shirt off, it's fucking crazy.
It
How
almost
ripped
looks
and shredded he is.
like it would be uncomfortable to be alive
Yeah.
in that type of condition.
There's no way he has enough water, right? I think even if you drink a gallon of water a day like you're supposed to, there's no way you're like he would have some water fat.
He would
just like a little
have
bit.
to. Yeah, some. Where's that water? That's what I want to know. Where?
Maybe, Michael. This is just a theory.
Ooh.
Maybe because he's a fireman shooting out
Ooh.
fire, he stays dehydrated. Like maybe he
Oh wow.
gets ripped real fast because he shoots out.
The fire. The
Maybe that
water
doesn't make
in
sense.
his blood is
Yes.
gasoline, and it catches on fire, or kerosene. Then it really catches on fire.
He's 73% gasoline.
Yeah, ethanol. He's regular premium.
Natural
Supreme.
gas?
Yeah, natural gas.
It's like Flint water.
I'm
His water is like Flint. His blood is like Flint water.
Ooh,
It's
well,
full of not water.
not water. I'm surprised they didn't have Kano do a fart gag when Liu Kane's doing his fire.
It did feel like there would be some
Yeah.
fart bit in there.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, great.
Ugh. Smells like sulfur. Did somebody leave some eggs out?
Somebody left eggs out. I know it.
Speaking of raw eggs, we need to figure out what movie we're watching next
Oh
week.
yeah, that's very true.
Did you think of any movies?
No, I didn't know what, like, I was like, do I pick something that's at the theater or do I pick something that
Has to be streaming
has to be streamed? Yeah.
for the people.
Oh, that's true. it
You
could
gotta think
be
about the people.
streaming, but at the theater like
Um,
this was.
I have an offer from listener Kristen.
Ooh, okay.
Galaxy Quest.
I love Galaxy Quest. Oops.
But we're putting it on the list.
Put it on the list.
Let's see.
That's a really good one.
What else is coming out?
I don't know.
I'll ask IMDb.
Yeah, I didn't.
Vamp. Michael, Vamp.
Vamp. Well, I want to go back to an idea Gary off the grid mentioned where he said they should have had looping backgrounds during some fights like in the game, and I think that's a really funny idea.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think that would have been great. I won't lie though. I did get amped up at times in this movie. I was like, okay, I'm having more fun than I expected.
Yes.
It took me a hot 20 to 30 minutes to get over the hilariousness of being in the chair flying around. I was like, this is too much. And the spraying with the water was interesting because you're like, we're in a pandemic where we're told like we shouldn't have any droplets touching us, and then we're just
and it's only shooting droplets.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the internet is not very helpful about what is streaming.
Oh no.
But we're gonna put up a poll. And we're gonna figure out some movies to put on it.
Okay.
One of which will be Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
And something else that we decide.
Something else.
So
we'll figure
what you need to do is head over to @FoodCourtCast on Twitter and vote for Galaxy Quest or some other movie or a different movie or a fourth movie. And go over to Instagram to @FoodCourtMoviePodcast and follow us. Put all of our posts inside of your story and say, wow, what a great episode.
Please.
And then, while you're still on your phone listening to us or watching us, give us a rating.
Please.
Whatever the highest possible rate. If you're on iTunes, it's 5. I don't know if there are ratings on Twitch, but give us ratings.
Please.
Give us lots of ratings and give us reviews. And this is really the most important part. Would you tell a friend? Would you please, especially to our wonderful listeners in Australia and New Zealand, who we love so much, tell I don't know if they say it in New Zealand, but I've heard that they say mate in Australia. So tell a mate, which I think here is a sexual partner. And you can tell a sexual partner too.
Please.
Tell anyone.
Tell anybody, yeah.
To say, hey, food court. And they'll go, what?
What?
And you go listen. And they'll go, I understand even less now.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen.
How am I going to listen to
How
that
do
building?
I listen, yeah, to a food
place. A movie podcast
Oh.
on iTunes and all streaming services.
Oh.
And then run away.
And then run away.
And they'll be so confused, but intrigued.
Intrigued.
Say, don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
And head on over. And you know what? They're going to give us a review.
Oh, I would love that.
So thank you so much, Michael, for being on this wonderful show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to the watchers for watching. Thank you to the listeners for listening.
Oh.
On behalf of Michael and John
Yes.
and me, may I say to you, bon appetit.
Oh.